beautiful the last few weeks, but the weather's been a bit on and off. So we've had some rainy days, we've had some sunny days, and we've tried to get as much done as possible on those sunny days as we can. One of the jobs that we've started was the wattle fence, and we've been trying to get the next batch done alongside all the other gates that need completing as well. This was the last stretch of fence, which was the bit that goes right up to the boundary where it kind of like drops down. And we still had quite a lot of the hazel and the willow and all of the bits and bobs that we got from the neighbours when they did the hedge laying. So the stakes went in, we whacked them in with a fence post whacker, and then once they were in and they were pretty sturdy, we started weaving, and we've done exactly the same pattern as we'd done on the previous videos. So it's one starting on the end and going one way, and then starting at the same end going the other way, and then flipping them over and doing it from the far end and then coming back on yourself. So it's just a woven pattern, back and forth, up and down, until you get it to the height that you want it to be at. There's a little bit of difficulty with the pieces of hazel that we had because not all of them were straight. So the hardest bit was finding the right pieces to make it work. This is us kind of doing the same pattern, the crisscross at the top, so that it follows suit for the other two pieces that we did previously. And then we started making work on the gate. Today we were fighting against the rain, so it did take us a little while to actually figure out how we were going to do them. We got this pallet wood, which works really well for a frame, and the difficulty being that none of this is square, everything's wonky, and there are gaps, and we're kind of working on a lot of uneven surfaces. So although the gate looks square, there are a few gaps that we've had to make it work. So this was putting the kind of framing together, and then once we got the framework, we used all of the leftover like thinner, wonkier pieces, as it were, and we wedged them in between the two slats at the bottom, so it made a sandwich, and it worked really well. I love the pattern and it looked amazing. We repeated the same pattern at the top, so in essence every single one of the sticks was sandwiched together, and then we used screws to just tighten everything up and make it all neat. Once the top was taken off, we reused a couple of the brackets that we got from a previous project, and also a little hook so that it would keep in place, and everything looked perfect. We've had to make a couple of slight adjustments here and there, as I say, nothing square, and then I got to put my little sign on as well.
Slowly.